Hello everyone, welcome to Marlin Chess Kids. Today I'll show the game played by David and Alireza, and the game starts with the pawn to D4, then 6, C4, G6, Knight C3, Bishop to G7, and E4, then D6, and now the white play a H3 and Knight B to D7, and this game you have a King Indians. Then the game with the bishop to E3. And E5 was played. Then D5, pushing the pawn onwards and without to do any action of the pawn. Then knight to C5. And now you have a two knight attacking the E4 pawn. And here the position is equal. And then F3 was played. And now knight to H5. Then knight G to E2, and here we maintain the position of equal. The knight to H5 will be able to go to G3 and attack the rook, and with this it will avoid the white from casting the king side. Therefore the white go to the E2 square to prevent the knight from going to G3. Then queen to D2, queen to D, no, the black go for the castling, and then the queen to D2, and F5 was played. And in this position, this is the first 10 move, and the position is equal. And after this, the E takes X5, then the pawn takes F5 again, and now the white go for a G4 to attack the knight, and also the pawn and keep on pushing onwards. And also the king can go for a queen side castling, and you start to have the pawn storm at the king side. So after this position, the black play a strong move with the idea of knight to F4, F4. Then if you capture with the bishop, then the pawn will just capture. And if you capture back with the knight, then the queen can go to H4 and check the king, and with this the king will lose the chance to go for a castling. And if you block with the queen, then the queen will just capture and the king will just capture, and now the pawn capture the pawn, and the rook will be attacking the knight. And if the knight run away, then another pawn will be captured and will be winning. For example, if the knight move to here, then the rook will just capture the pawn and will be winning the king, and also the knight able to attack the knight. So here the black will have many activity if the the bishop capture the pawn. So therefore the white go for a long castling. Then now the black continue to attack with the knight F to D3, and here the queen cannot be taken because the knight is smaller in value. If you capture, the white will be losing. So the king just moved to B1, and now the black continue 4. Then now the bishop just capture the knight, and the knight capture back. And after this, B4 was played to attack the knight, and here the black played e4 and trying to push the pawn to attack the queen. And also you have the queen to attack the knight. After this, bishop just take the knight, then e3 to attack the queen, and now queen to c2, then the d just take the pawn, then the knight to e4, and c6 was played. Here we can bring the queen to the b6 and check the king, or you also can bring the queen to a5. So after this position, the knight 2 to c3, then the queen to a5, controlling the square and also able to attack this pawn at a2 and also the knight at c3. Then bishop to c3 was played, and now rook to b8, and the black is preparing to launch the attack with the b pawn. So after this position, the queen to b3, then the king to h8 to avoid the direct attack of the queen to the diagonal. Then the d just capture the c6, and now bishop to e6, attacking the pawn, and here c7 to attack the queen, then the queen you just capture back. And after this, the black is hoping to move a b5 and attack the pawn, and the rook will have direct attack the queen and the king. And after this, queen just move to a3, and bishop to g8. Then the bishop go to c2, and now after this position, this is the first 26 move, and here the black king has been fully protected from being checked, and therefore now the black launched the attack with the pawn b5. And after this, c takes b5, then you have a6. Then now queen capture again, and rook to d6 will be a very strong attack from the white. However, the black continue to play rook a8 to attack and control the square and control the files. Then queen to c6, then the queen go to c6, preparing for exchange. And instead of exchange, the black continue to attack with the queen to a5. Then a4 was played, with the idea of the knight can protect this one, his pawn, and the knight is protecting. But at this situation, the white has overloaded, and black is winning and mate in 8. I'll give you a couple of seconds to figure out how the black continue to play and win the game. Well, congratulations for those who found the answer, and for those who like to enjoy the show, here are the moves that the black play and can win the game. And the good move that the black play is a queen to b4, and this will be winning. So after queen to b4, then the king to c1 was played, and now the diagonal attack of the queen to a3 and check the king, and now the king to move to b1 again. Then the strong move from the black, which is the bishop to a2 and check the king, and the queen is controlling the square. So queen the bishop to a2 and check the king, and now king to a1, and here you have the open check, but the black play a bishop attack, and again now the knight capture, and after this the queen capture again. Then here the king has no place to prevent the check, and the only way is to capture the bishop. And after capture the bishop, then you can just use the queen and capture and check the king. And after this the king only have two places to move. You can just move to a1, then you just lose the rook to capture and win the game. And with this, thank you.